So I was talking on Facebook last night with some babes. And I was like, oh, what's you guys doing? And they're like, oh, not much. I'm like, well, I want to be doing you. So then like, we hooked up a video chat, and I was like, hey, who wants to take my clothes off? And like, I do. So I was like, okay, well, why don't I just take my clothes off for you? So you girls can keep your hands to yourselves. And they're like, oh, okay. So I was taking my clothes off, right? But then I accidentally turned off my computer. Okay, so I got on my mobile Facebook on my iPhone. I was like, hey, it's me again. Just turn my computer off with my foot. So they were like, oh, okay, no problem. So then I just took all my clothes off again because I put them back on because I went downstairs to fix myself a snack. My mom was still awake, so I didn't want to frighten her. So I have my clothes off now, and they're like, oh, hurry up already. So I showed them, threw them in my bowls, and they were like, oh, you're lacking there, buddy. I was like, hey, don't you talk that way about my meat. And they were like, ooh, I want a meat sandwich. I'm like, so do I, but I want your meat in my face. And they're like, ew, we're not like that. We're like, oh, I thought this was chickswithdicks.com. Then I shut the computer off because the power went out. The end.